IVM.
Who wants to be happy? I mean, like happy all the time. Like that's the state that you are in from the time that you wake up till the time that you go to sleep. Also, how many of y'all think being happy and being positive are the same thing? I mean, when you say that I think so negatively, I need to be more positive, you think it's going to lead to happiness. Hi, I'm Chetna. I'm a positive action coach, and this is Say No to Drama. It's not so much our need or our quest to be happy that surprises me, but rather it's this need for it to be a permanent state that really amazes me. I mean, it's okay to want to be happy. I mean, that's normal, it's fine. But to want to feel only happiness and no other emotion, is that what you mean? Or then you mean that I want to be happy and I don't want to feel any negative or uncomfortable emotion. That is not acceptable to you, which means that happy, excited, joyful, thrilled, enthusiastic, eager, positive, all of this is okay. And all of this comes under the word happy. But anxious, sad, upset, angry, frustrated, hurt, stressed, restless, harassed, none of these are okay. These should just not be there. And in life, you should not feel any of this. Well, if this is the way you think, then here's truth bomb number one. If happiness was the only emotion you were meant to feel, then that would be the only emotion programmed within our system. In other words, if we were not meant to feel pain, anger, shame, fear, and all of those uncomfortable feelings, they would not be programmed within our system. If they are there, they serve a function. And it's about time you stop rejecting it, because it would do you good instead to start working on your resilience, to start building up some emotional muscles. So all that effort and energy that you spend on whining and complaining about how these emotions exist, and you only want to feel happy, and then you cause yourself to feel frustrated even more, by the way, why don't you spend that energy and effort in building up your resilience, in building up some emotional muscles? Another thing, truth bomb number two. Sure, you'll feel happy many times in a day, in a week, in a month, in your lifetime, but it was never meant to be, nor will it ever be a permanent state of being. So going back to truth bomb number one, it is not the only emotion that we are meant to feel, and so it will never be a permanent feeling. So when you seek happiness, please stop attaching the word forever to it. You know, when they say happiness is felt in moments, it's in the small things, well, you also get happiness from a lot of the big things. I mean, when you achieve something and you are enjoying your success, you will feel happy. So no, it is not only in the small things, but yes, the small things are available to you more frequently. Also, things happen in life. Life itself is transient, and so feelings are transient. So the two lessons that I've shared so far: one, accept all your feelings. Make peace with the fact that life is supposed to be good and bad. And secondly, stop wanting it to be a permanent state. Stop wanting happiness to be a permanent state and allow yourself to feel happy and move to the next emotion, knowing that you will come back to happy at some point in the day, in the week, or in your life. Truth bomb number three. Happiness, like all other emotions, is evoked through an action or actions, which means if you want to feel happy, you need to get up and do something. If you are going to sit on your couch, put your hands up and wait for other people to do things to make you happy, then sure, it will happen, because there will be people who love you who will do certain things for you to make you happy, but they have their own life to live, dude. They're not sitting around waiting to only make you happy. I mean, who are you? You need to get up and live your own life, and you need to make sure you're making yourself happy as well. If you expect your partner do things to make you happy, then you also need to do things to make him or her happy, and you both individually need to be doing things to make your own selves happy. That's how it is supposed to be. Everyone has their own life to live. They don't need to be living a life for you or on behalf of you. That they choose to do it is a whole different thing. That's a whole different conversation. So, lesson number 3, learn what makes you happy and do those things as often as you can. Truth bomb number 4, happiness isn't the end game, it is not the ultimate goal. It is actually something that you feel or you should be feeling every single day. When you are happy, 60-70% of the times, you will live a better life. You will live a fuller life. And that, my friends, is the ultimate goal, to live a full life. It's not to find your purpose, your calling, or to make money by following your passion. Those are 1 or 2 of the goals in your life. But to live a full, wholesome life, that's the end game. And in order to do that, you need to do what makes you happy. And in order to do what makes you happy, you need to first know what makes you happy. And you also need to know what takes away your happiness, what makes you unhappy. You need to stop doing what makes you unhappy, just as you need to start doing what makes you happy. The last bit about stopping to do things that make you unhappy, that caught you by surprise, didn't it? But you know what? This entire podcast, Say No to Drama, is exactly about that. It's about calling you out on the things that you do that make you unhappy. When you create drama, you evoke emotions of anger, frustration, sadness, pain, shame, fear, all uneasy, uncomfortable emotions that lead to unhappiness. So if you go back and listen to all the previous episodes, right from the time this podcast was called Positively Unlimited, you will stop doing a lot of things that make you unhappy. And in turn, you will become a happier person. And by then, you will also understand yourself a lot better and you will be able to start doing the things that make you happy. Now, is this whole thing making sense to you? Well, to listen to all those previous episodes that I'm talking about, you need to tune into the IVM Podcast app and website. Also, connect with us on Instagram and Twitter. Our handle is IVM Podcast. And if you would like to talk to me about how you can be happy or how you can restore that sense of happiness, DM me on Instagram. My handle is Positivity Angel. You can book a session with me or head to my website, chetnachakravarti.com.
$100. That's all it takes to begin your journey with Bitcoin and Ethereum. No, really. With CoinSwitch, you can start investing in over 100 cryptocurrencies with just 100 rupees. On top of that, there are zero charges for deposits and withdrawals, so you can trade, buy, sell, however and whenever you want. All of this, plus their extremely intuitive interface, makes CoinSwitch the perfect app for beginners in the crypto space. But don't take my word for it. Just download CoinSwitch for free and try it out for yourself. If you'd like more information on cryptocurrencies, tune into a show about crypto with me, Rohan Joshi, my new adventure on IVM Podcasts. CoinSwitch, kuch to badlega.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus is joined by Ganesh Ramani. He's the managing director at Mars Pet Care India. They discuss pet ownership and pet homelessness and an AI-driven pet lost and found app. We welcome another new show to our network, Ikka Dukka Economy with Abhinav Trivedi. In the first episode of this Hindi language show, Abhinav speaks to Dr. Bharat Junjunwala about fiscal deficit and its effects on our daily lives. Tune in to new episodes every Tuesday. On All Things Policy, the folks from Takshashila Institute discuss the lack of support for India's police personnel. On Tede Mere Raste, Keshav introduces us to Chandrabhaga Beach. On The Wire Talks, Anushka Jain, lawyer and policy researcher, talks to Siddharth. They discuss the dangers of facial recognition and why her organization started the campaign Ban the Scan. And on Marathi Kirkiton, Dr. Rajiv and Manik Deshmukh explore the evergreen poetry of the late poet Mangesh Patgaonkar. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Also, do remember, go check out our website, ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, to get a list of all of our YouTube channels. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors on the network this week: Cred, Bank of Baroda, HDFC Mutual Fund, CoinSwitch, Kuber, Intel, and Oxfam India. Thank you so much for making this possible.